Hey, Sunday, Bloody Sunday, an exclusive at the backup channel. So, an exclusive in a less known about format. It's cool. That's right. We're looking at Lava, San Marzano, Bloody Mary mix, real tomatoes, low carb, and no added sugars. Handcrafted artisan. Spice level 3 out of 5. Okay. Orange County, California. It's going well, like always. That's not a good sign. I see Bloody Mary mix under the seal. Cobra would never even bother opening this. You'd already have it thrown away. Okay. Yes, properly measured. We do a little taste test like bad. Let me pull out our tactical mixer. So, I've been busy today, even though it's like this, I don't know if you can tell or not, this super ass lazy day. I'm still in my jammies. I'd bother shaving. I didn't do a goddamn thing. But, I did the through night and the Fiachi Aviges. Okay, so it doesn't smell bad. Cheers. Okay, now we read the ingredients to find the, what the fuck is that taste? Purified water, tomato puree, water, tomato paste, Italian San Marzano tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, tomato puree, lemon juice, concentrate, salt, hot sauce, aged red cayenne peppers, distilled vinegar, Worcester sauce, base, salt, spices, garlic powder, onion powder, mustard flour, proprietary spice blend, and citric acid. It's good. First in is Smile Money saying first. Multi-Gun Man says first what? And Smile Money says it's binary code for first. Rich says cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Multi-Gun Man says only if it's whiskey. J-Dog's here at home. Multi-Gunman says, FYI, break and enter doesn't make it yours. Smile Money, I think black IPA contains darker colored roasted grasshoppers. Multi-Gunman says, dark colored grasshoppers? That's racist. And Smile Money says, lighter colored grasshoppers blend into traditional IPA will not turn into black IPA. Cold-hearted bastard, 2 thumbs up and 2 shots. Depending on how things go, would you rather have the ammo or the girl? Multi-Gunman, early plus naked equals 357 magnums and whiskey. Prove me wrong. Poco says here and unaccounted for. Then he has a thumbs up. Then Billy says, happy Saturday, Captain Stud Muffin. Thanks, Billy. Salty. It is during the darkest moments that we must focus to see nakedness. Aristotle. Cold-hearted bastard says, I just turn the light on, then it's all good. Then he says, the mirror above the bed helps. And Multi-Gunman says, the price good men pay for indifference to public nakedness is to be ruled by evil men, Plato. And Cheap Old Gun Guy says, fuck it, Cheap Old Gun Guy. Okay, at least the snit's good. I put it in a proper glass. Actually, I should have gone for a bigger glass. Exceptional beer. Oh, I don't know if it's the tomatoes. The tomatoes they're bragging about. But on the smell, it just tastes really acidic. Tomatoes. Doesn't even, not even acidic, like it was drained through Salty Shellback's thong or something. Speaking of that, I was thinking about McLean, and I got penis all over my hand. This isn't like nasty. This just falls under life is short, why drink shitty Bloody Mary mixes. There's always one way to fix it, Jeremy. Oofta. Let's use the mystery chunk Bloody Mary mix. Could have had that as a snit too. Little not sure. Might be saving that for a rainy day. Oh, it's raining today. The Titus. Good shit. Oh, by the way, in case anyone was wondering, by cutting the bottom off of the follower and trimming a little bit off of the plastic part that goes between the spring and the base plate, I only managed to recover one extra round. I noticed in the 17 rounders, a few things are all intersecting to give you that added space to do. Oh, I suppose it'd be a lot easier to do this if there wasn't ammo in it. It's like, why is it so hard to press the button? So, yeah, I know, J-Dog, the kit comes with a new spring, but is it needed? Is what the question would be. Is it possibly a hair longer because it's occupying more space, just to make sure those last two rounds get the oomph they need? But what has definitely happened is by chopping the bottom off of a 15 round follower, the spring stops here, and by buying the kit, the spring goes up inside of it, that space. Then that is cut a little bit shorter on top, which I did do. I was able to do that, which is basically the only thing that I can 100% recreate. Then, if you notice where the line is, where it slides onto the mag, that is the bottom of the of a 15 rounder. This one is then been dished out, the trade there at the bottom. So between that space, and that space, you get 2 extra rounds in a 15 round mag. So if I was to actually do this, I don't have something precise enough to, Dremel out the inside of that and then the inside of this without taking the risk that you're going to damage one or the other. But a few minutes of my time, I literally just used excuse me. I literally just used a coping saw and took that plastic lump off the bottom of the follower, and then the same thing for that bottom of the spring plate, and I got 1 extra round. So for free, I can turn a 15 rounder into a 16 rounder, and for $12 plus shipping, I can turn a 15 rounder into a 17 rounder. So it's kind of like, so I'm standing here, just like allergy attack out of nowhere, standing here going, so fucking who needs that extra round? Now we fast forward to Wednesday this week. I'm in a shootout with guys with AK-47s, and I kill 5 guys that are holding AK-47s, shooting at babies and nuns, and I have wasted every single one of them. It comes down to the last guy, and I jump up, and the gun goes click when I got him in my sights. Shit. If I would have had a 17 rounder, yes. See, that's why I always laugh when people go, you don't need to carry a gun with high capacity. You could carry a Derringer, because if you know how to shoot, you could carry a revolver. Oh, okay. Mr. Brain Damage, you must be a libtard. How do you know what the scenario is? How do you not know that when I'm carrying the HK with the 17 rounder in it and the 20 plus rounder on my side, that's not going to be enough for the scenario that you might run across? People are so fucking stupid and narrow-minded. Yes. Let's just take a moment and appreciate the view. I'm not really sure it could get much better than that. Unless, of course, in one hand she's holding a case of beer, and in the other hand she's holding a briefcase full of $100 bills. So yeah, I always laugh at these armchair quarterbacks. You could just carry a single shot, because if you know how to place the round, in what, 5 guys? What is it, the fucking magic bullet? So, speaking of that, I just saw a video of a lady who says yes, I don't know what it is about her, but there's just something, I think it's her eyes, that says the original Magruder, or whatever the hell the JFK video is, in the original video, the driver of the limousine turns around and shoots JFK right in the face. And she said all the proof is in the Zapruder. Is that what I'm not sure. I think it's her eyes too. I think it's her eyes. All the proof that's out there now is in the videos that you have seen. There's a scene where there's the cars going by and there's a tree in the background. The entire trunk of the tree is missing. As in either editing to show, to give a sign for people to look for, or something missed. But when they're busy cropping the footage, they forgot to put the trunk of the tree because things didn't align. I don't know, I'm just reporting what I saw. It was on the internet, so we all know it's true. I mean, there's something in that file, that one, even when Trump saw it, sealed it back up and said, we're not ready for it. We're not ready for what? Our own government killing a president of the United States? I mean, it's almost like by not reporting it, it almost looks worse than... But I did think it was weird, because he was like, we're going to get this out in the open. We're going to get this out. Oof. No. Here, put that back and throw the key away. They are not ready for that. Oh, the reason that I have these, I forgot to take another opportunity to brag about what I did with my sperm, and that was produce 2 awesome kids. In this particular case, my little Sammy Poo, once again. We go to get in the car yesterday, and Christine goes, "Oh, I forgot to mention there's something wrong with the sunroof." I go, "What do you mean there's something wrong with the sunroof?" And she goes, presses the button to open it, and it goes up, down, and opens with a gap of about 2 inches, and that's it. And then when you go to close it, it goes like this, then it goes up, because it's got 2 different settings. If you just press up on the button, the back of the glass just raises in the air, and if you press the button, push the button, slide it towards you, the sunroof drops a little bit and then disappears into the headliner. But nice side boob. My skills are too unsharp to have identified that bike. Really fat flare to it. Ducati maybe? I don't know. Ever what? Sunroof is fucked up on the Honda. And when she goes to close it, it closes, it goes up like you've pressed the up button, comes back down and settles, and I get out and I look on top of the car, and it looks like it's Leah, porn star. I mean, that's what Wade told me. The window, Looks like it's where it's supposed to be on my side, flush with the roof of the car, and on the other side it looks like it's down a little bit. So I kind of press the button as I'm kind of pushing up on the glass, and we can't get it to go any farther than it does. As a matter of fact, it makes this click sound, like a bad click sound, and now it doesn't even open 2 inches. It opens maybe a half of an inch, but I get the window to settle into place, and I'm almost sure that if it rains, which it's doing today, that at least it's not going to leak inside the goddamn car. Call Sam and say, okay, do you have any expertise with sunroofs, even though this is in a Honda Pilot and not in a Subaru? And she goes, yeah, no. Why? And I told her everything that was wrong, and she finally goes, well, when you're done running your errands, why don't you just bring the Honda over here? And Gage is yelling from the living room that you should bring some beer. I'm like, okay. I like where this is going already. So I stop we're at Superior Meats, and I grab a 6-pack of Castle Danger Cream Ale. And as I'm literally leaving the parking lot, I'm like, that just seems cheap. I mean, I'm about to have my daughter, who in these days, the greatest economy ever, just to have a mechanic look at your shit, you're looking at $100 bill before they even touched anything. So, Ellie and friends. So we have to run. Our last stop is at Super One, and I told Christine, you just go into the grocery store. I'm gonna walk across the parking lot because Super One Liquors is on one end of the parking lot and the grocery store is on the other end of the parking lot. So I walk over and I grab a 12-pack of Castle Danger and a 4-pack of Drecker Glop something. It was cranberry lime. There was peanut butter and chocolate, and it was like Glop trail mix, and granola was one of the gimmicks. And I was like, it was only $22 for 4, so they're practically giving it away. So I figured now I'm bringing like $40 worth of beer over. I'm closer, right? I feel better about the scenario. A good craft beer that I hope Gage and Sam haven't tried, and their favorite standby, mine too, Castle Danger Cream Ale. So get over there, and neither one of them have had the trail mix from Drecker. That's winning, and that's winning too. And I say, I know you're not going to believe me, but I was actually trying to read the beer and not staring at her cans. I told Sam, I said, the gimmicky side of it looks good. She goes, it sounds like it could be good. She goes, you don't have to twist my arm. She snaps one, takes a couple sips of it, hands the can to Gage. He's actually online with his crew from work, and they're playing some online game. I don't know. It was like, he said it was like a combination of like the movie Starship Troopers and something else. And Sam goes, this might actually be the best goddamn sour, because it was listed as a sour, but again, Drecker sours are like not really sour. They're just, she goes, this might be the best. God, it tastes like a granola, like trail mix granola. And Gage goes, man, he goes, that's really good. So that was good. I might have to actually get that again then for me to review, when I have a job. And Sam goes out, and she goes, there's usually only 2 problems with why a sunroof stops working. The motor failed which yours obviously did not, because it tries to go up. It tries to go up, but then somehow doesn't complete its circuit and comes back down, and it'll try to open, and it'll go, which is mostly closed, but not perfect. The motor. The other most common thing is rodents. Even though you don't see any damage anywhere else in your car, they have somehow gotten up and they pack shit in the rails, which after a long duration of not using it, a little thing called winter, in combination where rodents want to live someplace warm and bring stuff in, Sam tries her best. She can't really see anything wrong with it on the rail. She can't find, doesn't really see any debris, but you don't really get that good of a look. I mean, maybe if you had an inspection camera, like I could have brought my bore. But then again, mine is just hard and stiff and long, and you probably want one that's more flexy, kind of like Joey's dick. And so we do I do a search, because she says in a Subaru, usually the motor is right at the front, kind of like where Christine has a compartment that opens up where you put your sunglasses. She says on the back side of that compartment in a Subaru is an actual area where that either you can put in a wrench, or some of them actually have a dial, and you can actually close it manually so that you're not trapped in a scenario where it's going to rain and blah blah blah. And she can't find anything. I do a search on WokeTube, you know YouTube, when the day was there where you could find out everything about how to load ammunition to whatever. And I find a video of a guy who says that in his Honda, which was a year newer, shouldn't have mattered all that much. He said that he ended up, because he didn't care. No, it had to be a lot. It had to have been an older model. So either way, well, it was he ended up saying that his headliner was in such poor shape, he didn't care, and he started sawzalling chunks of it down, and found that the place where you put a tool in and turn it to move the sunroof manually was, and obviously I think he was in Australia from his accent, and this, he said it was like 21 centimeters back from the back. There was no access panel. There was no nothing. And Sam goes, unfortunately, to have the dealership take care of this, it's expensive because it's hugely labor intensive. The entire headliner would have to come out. And in order to get the headliner out, all of the plastic trim for all of the doors and the windows that lead up to the headliner has to come out. And in the case of yours, and most of them, all of the trim at the bottom of the door is the first piece that holds the side piece, that holds the upper piece. She goes, it's a gigantic fucking train wreck. Yes. That'd be my girl talking about. So basically, almost the entire trim on the floor, doors, windows, all has to come out in order to get the headliner out, to then figure out what went wrong with the sunroof. Sam goes, it's either that or we could try a hard reset. What? We try a hard reset. I'll go, well, if there was some kind of fucking magical reset, why didn't you lead with that? Why am I sitting here going, okay, I have to come up with hotel and airfare to get to Vegas for Sam and Gage's wedding this summer. I have to now get 2 tires for my truck, because Sam cannot track down a used one anywhere in the tread range of the one that I have, so that means I'm going to have to put two, so that either two new ones are on the front or two new ones are on the back. I have a couple of items that I would like to be able to acquire, but then again, this is the story of my life, so that's irrelevant. We don't need to talk about those. And so I'm thinking that I see well over $1,000, easily well over $1,000 to bring it to Krenzen, the Honda dealership, and have them take the entire inside trim completely apart so that they can take the entire headliner out of a Honda Pilot. And Sam goes, presses the sunroof button forward and counts to 5, lets go of the button, presses the button again, the motor engages, and you hear a big click. And she presses the button back, and the sunroof goes doop, doo, doof. Presses the button forward, doof, presses the button up, the back goes doof, presses the button again, and it goes doof. She goes, there you go. She goes, that'll be $20. $20?
How does the button go?
What?
How does the button go?
Fucking Sam. Now she wants 20 more bucks. I go, I just gave you $40 for the beer. She goes, well, it's still a deal.
That's our sound.
Uh-huh. That's better. As I chew the mystery chunks. Mike says, cheers, E. Cheers, M. Mike says, you're not the only one that needs those weekly interactions. He would be taught. Kind of a dumb fuck wants a gold AK. He's talking about our get-togethers for Locked and Loaded. I mean, I'm glad that some of you guys get something out of it, because I truly enjoy it, and I truly enjoy your guys' interactions. Collier Bastard says, I have two Arkans, and want to pick up a third. I tell you, everything that I have heard about the Arkan scopes, I am pretty sure that is the direction that I will go. I haven't done any research because I don't even want to tease myself and look, but I want to find an Arkan. Some kind of an Arkan scope that would have, I would like a 1-6 or a 1-8 power with the bullet drop equivalent to, you know, the AK round. You know, something heavier, you know, bullet drop equivalent to not a 5.56. I mean, granted, you can learn whatever. I mean, if I just happen to have a brand new, nice 1-6 or 1-8 power scope sitting in my collection right now that wasn't in use, I'd already have it on that rifle. And then you just figure out the bullet drop compensation for yourself. But if you actually get one that is specifically matched to a 7.62 by 39, then obviously it makes it a lot easier, especially when you're using like my ballistic software and that kind of thing. But you know, like I could probably get a more powerful scope than my US Optics and have spent half as much, or at least $1,000 less by going with Arkan. So if you are considering looking at scopes, I say look there first, because I have been impressed with what they offer, and I have been impressed with the reviews I've seen of them. Like I said, I follow Texas Plinking. They have a 1,000-yard shoot. I don't know how often he does it, once a month maybe. And he has like 5 or 6 guys, and he's got a point system, and they're shooting at 1,000 yards. And I just find it really entertaining because you can show up, you run what you brung. If you want to show up with a 338 Lapua and you win, then there's no, you don't lose points because you brought a more powerful rifle or a bigger powered scope. It's all based on the 5 or 6 guys that are there to shoot. They shoot at a bigger plate first. I think it's a 10-inch, and then after that they switch to a pretty damn small one. But I find I like the guy that runs the channel, and like I said, he offers a deal. I think it's 15% off if you use Texas Plinkin when you purchase stuff from Arkin. So, Phil, remember that if you're going to add your 3rd scope. Then he says, no, you have to wear that shirt at all the local hangouts. I want to hear about all the people ask you if you had a stroke. Sub-comment from Smile Money. I think the shirt would get tons of positive feedbacks in Duluth. Liberals want you to give them a free one to wear. And the conservatives that remain would not want to speak poorly to a mentally ill person willing to wear a shirt like that. That's like that meme of the guy on the first date with a girl, and she said she something about she believes in transgender and that kind of thing, and he goes, "Oh, I like mentally ill people." What are the chunks? My money. The JP, the Psalm, and the 5.7, you need a higher class of viewers with more money and no willpower. That would help. Cold-hearted bastard again. Most places in Missouri don't have building codes. Then he says, I am more of a double-aught buck to the groin kind of guy. Well, that would slow you down too. And if you are the kind of law enforcement person that is willing to enforce unconstitutional laws, then I believe, cold-hearted bastard, you are right on course. Don't necessarily want to end that officer's life, but we should end the gene pool right there. Because people that fucking stupid should not be allowed to have children. I love all of these sheriffs and these cops around the United States saying, you can pass whatever fucking laws that you want, but we will not endorse an unconstitutional law. I am happy to stand behind what I've said repeatedly. If you put your hand on the Constitution and swore to uphold it, and the first thing that you do is introduce a bill, like in Minnesota, being one of the biggest anti-gun pieces of shit in history to be mumbled, I believe God himself should cut you down on the spot. There should be a big zap sound and nothing left but a burning pair of shoes from your fucking end of your useless existence. And I personally hope that enough liberals and Democrats who in the state of Minnesota, I mean, hunting and fishing and gun rights have all been a big player, which is why it's been so hard to proceed with bullshit like this up to this point in time, that I hope enough of them stand up and support what made this country great. Because the problem isn't firearms, the problem is mentally ill people, and the problem is wanting to point at the person with the gun and not the criminal. You know, could we please just try something like, you do any crime with a firearm and they put you in jail for double what you think you'd be in there for. And if you hurt somebody with a firearm, you go to jail and you never, ever have the right to come out of there. As a matter of fact, I think it should just be if you killed or hurt somebody with a firearm, you shall die. Because why don't we actually put the blame where the blame needs to be, on the bad people doing bad things, and not just this big brush of, but we all know the real reason. They want to take the guns from us because the 50 and 60 plus tax rates, can you imagine where those will go if they never ever fear another don't fuck around and find out scenario ever again? I think it just honestly needs to start happening in smaller versions. Like, if people were smart enough, like I've constantly said, you know what? Voting has consequences. And if you go against the Constitution of the United States of America as part of your platform, then you need to be voted out of fucking office as soon as possible. The problem is so many people, including people even in the gun world, are so busy thinking that if we just throw them a bone for that, they'll leave all of the rest of this alone. No, it doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. As soon as they had one thing, they realized how easy it was going to be to go for the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. Which is why I have said I will not comply. I will not stand behind a single fucking thing that they wanted to take from us, no matter how simple it seemed like it was. It was a right that you had that they took away from you. And then here we are, the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. Oh, nobody needs 30 rounds. Fuck you. By the way, you know what's on a huge on a huge uptick, and I don't have a smile on my face thinking, because unfortunately, who is the number one user of them, and that would be illegals and gangbangers and people just continuing to do bad shit. But real easy, straight from China, you can get the little drop-in part that you put in your Glock to make it full auto. Just simple shit. I mean, heck, want to give me a call, I can tell you how to do it accidentally. I mean, people I know. Peeps. I wouldn't ever think about it. So Emily, you're quitting your job from my recollection, and your commentary had nothing to do with your coworker. It was all about your body not being able to handle construction. Now it's understandable, but this was voiced for years. Unemployment rate is, well, you think in the chance that Greg, at the time I thought he was my friend, I'm going to say I can't deal with the fact that he's a fucking cunt each and every single day? I can tell you what, Smile Money, no, I do not want to do what we have been doing. On a 90-degree day, be out in the hot sun all day long building shit outside. Yeah, it's great when it's summer that you tackle that kind of stuff. But when you do it for yourself and you can maybe pick and choose what you're doing, I would not choose things because I do not do well with sun, and I also have had endless bouts with skin cancer. Obviously, the stage 3 or 4 melanoma, where there's all sorts of concerns and they're doing biopsies. Yeah, see, a big stick of butter. Just kidding. Yeah, I realize in the fact that in the last 2 months I've basically continued to do mostly what I have done for 12 years and truly enjoyed myself. And what is the number one shining difference? I did not have somebody acting like you are nothing, even when they say, you know what, I consider you a friend. But no, I would never intentionally take a job doing framing, additions, roofing, that kind of shit. No. And a lot of it just kind of comes by naturally as you get older. Things that at one point in time seemed like nothing, like running and jumping off of high things to the ground and laughing, and now you put on a sock and have to go take 5 Advil and you're not sure if you're going to be able to go to work during the day. The unemployment rate is as low as it gets. Employees can't find people that want to work. I think it's from long-term COVID. COVID definitely changed a lot of things in our life. If I could find something that just didn't seem like, I haven't seen anything I'd want to put in a job offer for. At least 6 of you constantly send me shit for instance, for Quick Trip. I don't like people that much. I mean, obviously, before going, emotionally into the shit house because I don't have a job, and then financially into the shit house because I don't have a job, obviously, I would take a job at Quick Trip. The problem is on the door of the one 3 blocks from here, it says hiring, and then there's another sign back on the coolers that say hiring management. And I go and talk with the very nice woman that I used to see every single morning. When I was buying me and Greg a pastry to have in the morning, but evidently that didn't matter. So fuck Greg. She's like, we're not looking for any help, not here. She goes, as a matter of fact, she goes, I don't even know what the closest location is that is actually hiring. Okay, that's disappointing. Because if I were to take a job at a Quick Trip, it would sure be awesome to be at the one that I could walk to in 5 minutes, let alone having to drive to them. Smart Money, damn, you didn't want to do the Locked and Loaded show. without a phone line. Now you're willing to do it without a chat room. I had to stop listening because I devoted my free time to nightly brew reviews. Then Joey, Johnny, and John only rarely comment here. I lost a personal connection with them. It was fun and enjoyable for a long time, but it continues to do well, and you win over the hearts and minds of people of India. I don't know if are you saying that if you came into the chat room that you wouldn't be able to interact with Joey and Johnny? I'm telling you that there's been a lot more interaction with Joey and Johnny, because I've said it would be nice if we were all interactive, you know, turn it into a little running joke that there's a 4-drink minimum before the show starts, a little laxative of the mind to get you involved. I mean, and on the other hand, both Johnny and Joey know if you've got something going on in your life, you're not expected to be here. I mean, the pay sucks. That's all I got to say. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously, any people that I consider my friends, Smile Money, not coming around anymore as kind of like, you know, Christine has pointed out all the people that used to be there every single week in and week out, and now they're not anymore, and that's like, but yeah, we got all those people in India, like Ben N. Cold-hearted bastard again. I'm guessing his comment is fuck you, YouTube. And Cheap Old Gun Guy says, damn, that's still Greek to me. Let's see, let me get you the translation. Let's see, translate to English. Yep, his comment was, fuck YouTube. I like how I click on translate and it literally changed his comment. It didn't tell me that he said fuck YouTube. It changed it. We gotta thumbs that up too. Smile Money, I have only heard you applied for one part-time job. That was the Subaru dealer. Did you finish your resume? Of course, you know most employers do a social media search for prospective new employees. That's fine. I don't give a shit. If you're what is it that I post that isn't proof that I'm an American and America first? If I fear working, I'll put it this way, Smile Money, I am not going to change my thought process and my love of country and my hatred towards Biden and this fucking tyrannical administration. If that's the case, then oh well, I guess I will never work for cunts like that. I mean, if maybe if I just paint myself black because by today's standards, you don't go for the person that's going to offer you the best for your company. You need to get as many illegals, black people and Mexicans in there as possible, just so that mix is just right. Boy, that makes so much fucking sense. Smile Money. I do not know your income requirements, but a maintenance person for the school district, municipalities, or a real estate company, fixing plumbing, changing light bulbs, cleaning graffiti, repairing drywall, fixing broken windows, I think would be a great fit. I agree with you. There's been a couple of those. I don't remember what one of them was. No, that's been on the list. I've been still trying to, after my conversation with Jordan, he goes, between Angie's List and Facebook Marketplace, he goes, all you would ever be doing is turning down work. But, literally, up until Saturday, because I was supposed to still complete some stuff for which I got paid for, and then never had to do it. I haven't had a free moment. So technically, Smile Money and anyone else that gives a shit, Monday is my first official day since I quit 2 months ago that I will not have any form of an income coming in next week. Every other time, it's not been them. I could have made exactly as much as I was making all along up to this point in time. I couldn't have spread it out as long, but I just took advantage of being able to. I went in early. Hell, I was working an hour earlier than Greg would be working, and which meant that by the time noon rolled around, I was already at 7 hours. So I had days where I worked 4 hours. I had a couple of days, I might have only been a couple of hours. I think I worked 7.5 hours twice in a week, coming up towards the end where I was just trying to get some stuff done. But no, I haven't had what I would call zero opportunity all the way until Monday. So, being that I've been doing other stuff, and I know priorities misplaced, but either tomorrow, which I'll have to see because Christine has tomorrow off. So the first thing I need to do is see if Mr. Brown wants to do breakfast tomorrow at Big Daddy's, and then probably Tuesday I will dedicate my time. I've been working on a resume. Mostly guesstimation. I don't give a shit. If they want to try calling, yeah. Okay, the exact date for which I worked for Domino's Pizza, which basically started in 1980, late 86, early 87, and then went on for over a decade, and then you have to figure out the next job. I don't really fucking care. This is what I did. This is the roundabout times for which I did it. Hire me or don't. Obviously, I lean towards wanting to be able to work for myself. But yes, Smile Money. And even some of those jobs, working for realtor companies, they're probably doing it very similar to what I've already used to. You're kind of, this is you're on your own. You basically, you'll get a list of things wrong each day and, work on them at your leisure. Where are we? I'm sure we gotta be in. I'm going 55 minutes. 58 minutes! Be honest when I say I don't know if I want to finish this. As Jeremy knows, though, this isn't my first or second Bloody Mary today. Cream ale's good, though. Jolson on the Mike's Harder Mango says G1 is a miss. And because he didn't watch the whole video yet, on Change of Heart, Jolson says H1, which has already been called as a miss. Bad says, evening, Captain. Evening, my brother. Poco says, that's dumb. Never think about selling the JP. You need to take some classes with the JP, like like tactical classes and long range classes, and then in between classes you train with that gun until you're one with it, and it's like an extension of your arm. I won't argue about that. I'm simply just pointing out that if the progression of rifles would have happened sooner, or I would have purchased later instead of purchasing the JP, I would have had a precision bolt gun, a chassis bolt gun. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really like the 7 Psalm. I would probably say, you know what, I'm never selling this thing if it was in some kind of a chassis instead of something that looks like a typical stock, even though it's not a typical stock. It just happens to somewhat resemble one. I mean, it does everything right. It doesn't need a cheek riser. It's just. I mean, I agree, and I agree with Sharky on this. He's like going, man. He goes, I understand the scenario. He goes, I just don't know if I could or would want you to sell that Psalm. It's such an incredible rifle. That's true, but right now, I could turn that into a couple of things. If nothing else, if I didn't do anything with the money but put it in our checking account, at least it would cover my ass for what bills I do pay. I mean, my smile money, I think you asked in this one and I brushed right past it. Between me and Christine, no, we don't really need a lot of money each month. I mean, our house payment is reasonable. Car insurance is actually, to get an idea on the house payment, the car insurance is actually about the same as the house payment. So you could say, holy shit, you got a high car insurance. No, we just have a really, really decent house payment. And then after that, there's no credit cards. There's just the recurring stuff. Everything is streaming, so internet is under $100 a month. Cellular for both of our phones is like $50 a month. We don't need I mean, get rid of your credit cards, man. Your fucking life will change so much. If nothing else, that stress of, I got to come up with the money for this one and that one. No, I don't ever want to have a fuck you credit card companies. Eat a dick. So we've really streamlined a lot of stuff. I'm really happy for it. Unfortunately, all the things that I'm passionate about, there's a couple of things I'd like to do to Vivian. They don't have to, as long as the motor stays together. But there's money there. There's always that firearm list. No matter how much I say I don't need another one, yeah, I always want another one. I mean, there's one thing in particular that's in spot number absolute 1 right now. And then right below that is the Hellion. And David, I did get your email, and I know that Springfield has made a 20-inch version of the Hellion, but it's a bullpup. I want it for what it is. A short system. So I want to stay with a Hellion, a 16-inch Hellion. And now Gryphon has come out with 2011s. My God, these guns look just like staccatos. And you're talking about a full-on double-stack 10mm race gun for $995. Yeah, that's a lot of fucking money. But if you want to, go take a look at what a staccato Perfect 10 costs. Bunky just got one of those. I mean, lover. Yeah. So, yeah. Not to mention, if I actually had a way to pull it off, I'd really like to get Christine a motorcycle. And unfortunately, she's a stubborn biatch. She's had the opportunity. She's had the opportunity to practically be given. And the funny thing is, the exact same motorcycle owned by two different people. And it's not the model I wanted. Well, fuck, at least we'd be going riding together. Poco says, what the fuck is the shirt? Is someone trying to get you hurt? Then he says, I know the first one was a screenshot. I made it. Yeah. Evidently I need to video. I don't know, video or it didn't happen. General Crazy? Did you change the name of your channel? Because it's your... I thought for sure when you showed your wife that shirt, a shoe was going to come flying off screen at you. Probably should have. No, she said that would be really good for starting the fire in the fire pit. What is wrong with the fucking... okay, so everybody's names have all disappeared on these upper ones. Oh, then they reappear again. Going off of just the picture, this is Cheap Old Gun Guy. I see someone sent you a target. What are you thinking? Large holes or extremely large holes? Watch your body! Watch your body! Watch your body! I'm thinking, that is a fucking nice ass. I'm thinking, I might have to talk to David, or even Matt. We might need to make a purchase of, I'm thinking it's going to take at least 8 pounds of tannerite, and we need to, I think we need to take the shirt up to the shack and properly adios it. Maybe this week. I don't know. Obviously, getting a job really fucks with your fun time. I'm not going to lie, like Matt would. I wish some kind of a miracle would take place, because I would be very content never going back to work. Unfortunately, if one of the two of us has to do it, I would have to do it, because I would love to be able to make it possible for Christine to not have to work. But, you know. Who can it be texting on my phone? It's Jeremy. And he's drinking Bloody Mary and F and N. About fucking time, period. At this rate, if this was an F1 race, you're just leaving the pits and I'm crossing the finish line. Here, Jeremy. Actually... damn it, that's the second one. Oh, here. If you're going to have a gun in yours, I'll have a gun on mine, too. I think if I was a girl, I'd want to have Jeremy's baby. If I had money, I'd buy Jeremy an ass. Hang on, I can see this is never going to make it. And as Joey would say, the walking around gun is the absolutely pristine, beautiful, and awesome Gen 1 Delta Elite. Oh, roll marks in there. That's how I would have wanted the Be Like Ed stuff to have looked. You know what's cool about this one? I have to say, David's is tactical. It's got Novak wedge sights. It has a skeletonized trigger. I think it has a fully skeletonized hammer. But you know what? That's what this is. When they made it again, they should have made it just like this. I mean, it has the grips, the front wraparound. It's just everything about this is just. Oh, and Sharky, I know it doesn't work well from here, but if we back up, there we go. I think right there you would say, I'm getting a glimpse. And again, I had to cheat. I had to cheat because these don't show up. So +1 it with a full metal jacket, and at least Sharky can see it. I mean, if you need more proof, just kidding. You know what I love about 9mm, for those people that say it's only one more. I wonder what would happen if you just did that and pulled the trigger. By the way, who is it that sent me the link? My sister. Holy shit. The Tollgate, whatever, the shotgun guy. I don't know. I think he's got like a zillion followers. Somebody created a shotgun round that was a set. It held three rounds that normally fire a nail gun. Like, I've got a nail gun over there. You put looks like a 22 blank in it. It's a 22 or a 25 caliber. I think mine's a 22. It holds 3 of those. The piece of metal that the rounds slide into is made out of thin layers until it gets to, like, I don't know what the thing was, almost 5/8 of an inch, not 3/4 of an inch, and it holds the rounds in backwards. So if I pull the trigger, it's like a slug that is coming at you with the 3 live rounds with the primers heading towards you. So when they hit, they explode. Holy shit, that may be the most lethal slug I have ever seen. They were shooting steel plates with it. And of course it explodes when it hits. It was even going off when it hit gel. So that was badass. Yeah, my sister sent me that. That was cool. But yeah, in this case, I probably blow up the barrel. I don't know, you make some kind of a mess. Don't try to lecture a guy that doesn't have a job about priorities. He said he had shit to do today, so he wasn't able to drink until now. Oh, bad. Look at that head. Mm. That head is so thick. I bet you could float. You could float a an Olight right on the top. Nope. I could be wrong. Hey Amanda, thanks for the light. Look at that head though, huh? And those titties. Okay. I was just testing it, and good job, Olight. Okay. It's okay. It lived. Fuck. Yell at me. I was just cleaning it. I mean, nothing like a good cream ale cleaning. Olight, beer strong. Fabulous. Nothing like a nice sundress laying on the floor. Jeremy. Probably one that would never own a gold fucking firearm. He just said, what kind of a fucking asshole watches F1 racing? Sharky's going, ooh. Fucking Sharky. I have to now live my F1 life vicariously through him. He's like, do you really want to know? Yeah, I really want to know who won. Was it Max? Jeremy's pissed. Really pissed. Well, there's alcohol involved, so it's pretty decent. You got more important stuff done, but I took care of 2 required videos, so that was good. Oh, by the way, you are 1 hour and 19 minutes into today's brew review. Cobra, I put forth the effort to go back in time and find all of the Trek girls that you have sent me. Added them to the list. To the chest. To her chest. To the... You know the thing. Come on, you know the thing. Taking the Delta with me. It's full disclosure. Maybe I won't take the Delta with me. I have all of my locking locations all used up right now. It's kind of funny because everywhere that I have a firearm that means something to me that is locked up, that is not down here, they're all 1911s. Scott's, David's, the Kimber is upstairs, and Ed's, the Ruger. So if I'm bringing that with me. It's just, God, there's just something so perfect about a 1911. I know not all of you would agree with me, but capacity would be about the thing, but every time I carry a 1911, I usually have 2 additional mags on me, where when I'm carrying the HK, there's usually only 1 additional mag. Normally the Kimber, the HK has also been my jammy gun, but I'm getting sick and tired of constantly cleaning the Holosun. And let me tell you what the big difference is. The big difference is on the Holosun. See, this one's dirty as fuck right now. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but looking through it, there you go. On every single red dot I own, the optic looks just like that. So it's real easy to just ball up a piece of eyeglass cleaner cloth and be able to, actually in this case, I can actually put the cloth and both my fingers, my thumb on the inside, my forefinger on the outside, and now it's perfectly clean. Try that with the Holosun. Maybe this week, Cobra, because you asked, and it's probably, I don't really care if anybody else. I mean, Cobra asked, and it would be fun. Wow, look at the dust bunny in my comp. You know how you clean dust out of a comp? Watch this. Just kidding. Carry guns, they go through the shit. Let me tell you. My only complaint about the Holosun is the frame is really thick because it has the solar collector on the top, and trying to clean the inside of that optics, if anybody has something that they recommend, I mean, I have that thing that came in one of the battle boxes or crate clubs. It's got the big fluffy end, but when it really starts to build up, and one of the mistakes that I constantly make is I'll wear, like right now, I'll put this gun back on my side, the Hell Kitty RDP. I love this. You know, once again, it has 14 rounds of Papa Stompers in there right now. I see you need to break this down tomorrow. I need to get this actually out with me to the... Do you see that? A fucking rabbit just fell off the comp. I really love this gun. I need to get out with it more. I'm not nearly as accurate with this as I am the HK. You know, this little gun problem that I always seem to have. That's how I ended up with this. I mean, in order for Christine or me to hit the target on the left, I had to aim at the target on the right. I was like, what is... No, other way around. Sorry. If I want to put rounds in the one on the left, I have to aim at the one at the right. And when you're talking about you're at the range and you're only like 10 yards away, that's why she got rid of that SIG with that Meeper Light sighting system on it. Badass, snag free, but no, the gun was fucking useless. I bet you I was 100% more accurate throwing it. At that point in time, why are you even bother wearing shorts. Yeah. 1911s, just the kind of the firearm I prefer. Feel the best in the hand. The problem is they just don't punch all of the categories on my list. You know, I don't know if I'd want to own or carry a 1911 that had optics on it. I would be happier if my Performance Center from David, right now it has the Heine specialties. Don't get me wrong, they're badass. I'm accurate with them, but I would rather have the TFX True Glows. David has those on his Dan Wesson. I will not change a thing about Scott's SIG Sea Carry. They are night sights. They are if I was a floor, I'd look up and go, "Thank you, God." Yeah, I wouldn't change Scott's. It has really good night sights on it, Novak style night sights. But the gun I got from David, I'm free game to do whatever the fuck I want to that. But I would really like to do the TFX sights on that. I'm just not 100. If I knew exactly what model it is that needs to go on that gun, I possibly would set a little bit of money aside that I don't make anymore and get a set and then swap them out once again. The Heine sights are good though. They glow nice. I mean, they're Trijicon vials in them, and again out at the range. But I tell you, you shoot a set, like, come on up this week. We'll go out to the shack. I will bring the HK with the TFX sights on it, and you'd be like, I see exactly why you don't want this to go anywhere. Again, I've already come to the conclusion I will be buying another one. I just when you sent me that link, I brushed the subject past Christine, and when I got this look, I'm like, okay, I'm kidding. I will keep waiting until I can put a little money aside. I mean, I'd be willing, again, if I had something that I felt good about selling, I would, and I would order another HK VP9 because yes. Oh my, I think I just at some point in time just said, fuck it, I really don't care what WokeTube thinks. Okay, let's get out of here. So going off of this, it has to be McLean, even though it doesn't say it. My opinion, Greg is a borderline personality. No, he's got problems. McLean says, I haven't seen anything part that wide since the Red Sea. McLean says, 4318, face like my Uncle Dennis. Okay, well, let's take a little look. McLean, I hate to tell you this, but I'd fuck your Uncle Dennis. Librarian, EMT. If then he says, I saw Dune 2, it was good. Oh, I want to see Dune 2. It's going to be someplace streaming. Maybe it already is. McLean. Then I got I got nothing from him. Someone thumbs up. There's no nothing on this. I don't know what you know what? I'm not gonna heart that because when I refresh, I want it to come back and see if something's right. This doesn't say anything, but I can tell this is Matt Davis. He says F7. F7 is a misdemeanor. EMT says Charlie 5, and you know the thing.
Watch your body! Watch your body! Watch your body!
C5 is a miss. Sharky, cheers. Riding the C308 brass eating machine. Nice. He didn't shoot that. We probably should have brought it, but I don't have any surplus. If I had some surplus 308, fuck yeah. He did shoot that. Billy, he did shoot that. Sharky, 2615. Oh, hello there. Okay, let's take a little look-see. I'm not sure what she wants. I think she wants her guard. Jerry Ryan. Mama. Sharky, 3820. Yes, agreed. Let's start with the blonde and then move over to the other blonde. I asked him a question and he answered me. Yeah. I would do the blonde first. Sharky, hey Marshall, hope you enjoy Grandpa. Oh my God. Except for, it's fucking been raining all day. He goes out and takes a shit and does the whole, not just the back paws, the front and back paw scoop fucking thing. He comes in the house and it looks like goddamn fucking mud Pompeii attached to every single paw. I have a like bath towel at the back door. I'm cleaning. I'm trying to get all of the shit. I'm stomping his foot. He's looking at me like, fucker, I want to go back to the couch. Try to get him as clean as possible. He goes to the couch with Grandma, and I go to sit down a little later, and there's still, I'm going to have to fucking vacuum the couch, but I don't really care. But, yeah, this time of the year, it's pretty harsh. I mean, at least in the summer, he's just kicking up dust. Right now, he's just a mess. Sharky says Delta 10. Delta 10, Sharky. D10 is a miss, but you're so busy trying to close the border down here, I don't think you're even looking for shit. Then Sharky says SH. Wow. An absolute classic brew pick. I don't remember what I used. Okay. Yes. I could eat that like a big cheeseburger. Well, as you know, we stream everything, so if I want to watch, it would cost me $55 a month, and that's not going to happen. So I guess I have to live my life through Sharky. He's just giving me shit. He fucking watches. Okay, so I hit the refresh. McLean showed up. And there's words this time. Eric, would you pack my thong with cheese? You know I would. I'd pack that thong with cheese. And never mind, I'd rather pack that thong with cheese. Rich says cheers clubbers. And Smart Money says cheers clubbers. So I don't know what was wrong with WokeTube once again. So where do I put this? This is, I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 10 in the Bloody Mary scale. God, fight my way through this. Look at that. The crunchy shit I tell you about, it looks like chunks of broken teeth. I don't know what the fuck it is. All I can think of is it's garlic. But you ever know when you get those throat nuggets and you hack them up and you mash them in your fingers and it smells like butthole? That's, kind of what they taste like. Even more popped up. I have no fucking clue what this is. It's not hot, so I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna hit the button. Then I gotta get out of here. It's been way too long. Those would be nice. Okay, cheers. I will probably see you tomorrow unless me and Christine are having too much fun. I'll see you tomorrow.